Hello beautiful and wonderful people, welcome back to our channel. This is strictly for the indigenous people of Biafra and of course everybody who have been listening to Senator Nnamdi Abaribe. Well, this one is a different tone entirely. There's this general saying that the whites used to say those. They said that if you want to hide anything from a black man, say put it in a book. Say because there's that general belief that the blacks don't read. Well, there's a book launch made by Senator Nnamdi Abaribe, and there's this general saying also from the Holy Book. It said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. We are used to Senator Abaribe saying a lot about secession, a lot about restructuring, a lot about ESN, a lot about IPOB, a lot about Nnamdi Kanu and the people and the marginalization of Ndibo. Well, this book is actually explosive and he exposed truly what is in his heart. But before we go to the newspaper to find out what it is, he's got to say about even his days as a deputy governor, what transpired between him and the then governor. We'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, the Senator Nnamdi Abaribe had actually opened, although is the member of representing Abia State Senatorial District in the National Assembly, has actually launched a book which he titled Made in Aba, A Life of Coincidences. In the 10th chapter book, the vocal Senator Abaribe talked about his early days as an indigenous of Abia State. He also explained how he rose to affluence and acquired his now political status despite the challenges he had faced as Abia deputy governor. We'll also tell you that. But let's go with the news first. He said, however, in the last chapter of the book, he reminded Nigerians of the scars and the deep memory the Igbos carry from the struggles to create an equitable nation. Despite the cry of being marginalized, the author, Nnamdi Abaribe, counseled that the Igbos and IPOB, that's indigenous people of Biafra, should fight to negotiate their place in a restructured Nigeria. Hear me well again. He said they should fight to negotiate their place in a restructured Nigeria rather than call for a division of the country. That is Minority Leader talking, and it's the same Nnamdi Abaribe in his new book. All right, it's a 333 pages book where Senator Abaribe further faulted the demands for secession by IPOB and the ways its members demonize their senior Igbo citizen. Is it Nnamdi Abaribe that wrote it too? Let's continue. You say that he faulted the fact that their members demonize senior Igbo citizens who go against their separatist agenda. Meaning, what he's trying to say in effect is, if they don't agree with what IPOB says, automatically IPOBians come against their senior citizens, senior Igbo citizens, and call them all sorts. But let's continue with the news. Well, according to Senator Abaribe, he said that it's past time for Nigerians to open their eyes and recognize the reality that they must work together and contribute meaningful to country's development. Ndibo should ignore Nnamdi Kanu's call for Nigeria to break up and negotiate their place in a restructured Nigeria. He wrote in his 333 pages book. Right now, what Nigeria needs is for people to come together and talk about how to move forward. He believes that reorganization will be beneficial and restructuring. Very quickly, he also spoke concerning his days as a deputy Senate. He said deputy governor. He said Abaribe, who was elected deputy governor in 1999 under Ojuzo Kalu, accused Carlos' mother of making him pass through hell as Abia number 2 citizen. Well, Abaribe wrote in his book, he said, on the matter of loyalty by ordeal, whereby people were said to swear allegiances on all sorts of objects, my experience was that some people around Carlo took it upon themselves to engage in invidious activities purporting to be directed by him, to the extent that I knew he never brought up any such conversation, nor did his mother. Okay, so well, why are they calling his mother? If by then they had cleverly outsourced that aspect to others and leave that to others to fill in their own stories, which means he's exonerating both himself, both Ojuzo Kalu and the mother. But he has something to say. He said, in my case, on the night before swearing in, into returning to the office, the Aba North local government chairman informed me that Carlos people were not comfortable with me as I had not sworn to anything. So that was actually the Aba North local government chairman that actually did the information passing. He said, according to him, since I claim no interest in such activities because I was a default Christian, he could take me to a prophet instead to get me out of my hair. To get him out of my hair, I acceded to the request. To the request, Carlos' younger brother Uzo came along as well too. Okay, so which means before he swore in as the deputy, that's the night before being the deputy governor, he had to go down to the church to a prophet where there was a little swearing of allegiance here and there. Like, thank God this one is even a Christian. But whatever, let's look at this, analytically. Let's go straight to that very, very interesting part of him saying that Ndibo IPOB should look into the issue of always demonizing people who do not believe in his agenda or believe in the agenda, and also look into the fact that he's saying that people should not be looking at seceding out, but look at restructuring instead as a way out. Now, it's not coming from me. He has a book, okay, for the benefit of doubt, you can go get the book and go to the last page, last chapter, and see for yourself. Well, Abaribe just spoke his mind. Maybe he didn't want to hurt people, but he just spoke his mind because at least posterity will have a lot to say in this matter. And he's saying this. He's saying, look, while we could be talking about secession, say it may not be very healthy, but restructuring should be the way. So it's actually encouraging Ndibos. Yes, he said Ndibos were marginalized. Yes, there have been issues of insecurity. Yes, you cannot take the fact that Ndibos have put so much in the development of Nigeria. Go to Alaba market, you cannot take away the fact that Ndibo has contributed one way or the other to the development of this great nation called Nigeria. But the challenge now is, how do you convince them that this country will work despite the issues of insecurity? He is a minority speaker in the house. He understands the intricacies and the politics going on. He is one of the favored or most loved senator coming from the Igbo extraction. So he may be speaking from both from the experience of being a senator, being a politician of good repute, and also being an Igbo man. He feels the pains and the pangs of his people, and also he sees the political terrain of the country, and he probably will be in a better position to say, look, secession may look nice, go to the ears, maybe it's not possible, or maybe it's possible but it will cost so much for the Ndibos, or maybe he's looking at the fact that judging both as a senator, a politician of repute, and also an Igbo man, he probably may advise restructuring should be other way to go. But that's what we're going to wrap it up. Let's listen to that comment section. This is Senator Abaribe, the one that Igbos love. What do you think about this particular suggestion that was written in his